Samo lecho nafshi Koma lecho vesori Yeretz hiyo veyo yev beli emoyim
When I think of Bubby, I think of her sense of humor and her love for turtles and how she was always so nice and kind to us.
I remember how much Bubby cared and how much we missed her.
When I think of Bubby, I think of turtles and happy memories.
When I think about Bubby, I think about her warmth and her love. Her love for us, her love for history, her love for life, how she always had a story to tell, advice about life to give, or just a little secret just for me and her.
When I think of Bubby, the first words that come to my mind are loving, hugs, and stories.
When I think of Bubby, I think of her turtles.
When I think of Bubby, I think of unconditional, undying love and pride in any one of her children and anyone who she knew and loved. Because no matter who you are and what you chose to do in life, what path you took, or how you dressed, she loved you unconditionally and she never ceased to show it. She was proud of you in any little thing you've done. So that is Bubby.
When I think of Bubby, I think that she was really close to Hashem.
When I think of Bubby, I think of someone who's strong
And loving, but not chopped liver.
Back on Crown Street, coming home from school and running into the house and smelling delicious meatballs and coming into the kitchen and mommy smiling at me with that special smile, knowing that she knows you're going to really, really, really like what she made for dinner. And then on the flip side, coming home and completely not getting that when she made baked flounder, which I wouldn't touch. So it was a very different experience. But she definitely liked and relished the idea of doing something that would please you, something that you liked. But the special smile that mommy had when Tati would say a Dvar Torah at the table, the satisfaction and the patient, quiet way she waited while Tati would say something, and the respect she showed for it as a Dvar Torah, whether it was Tati or even also the kids, if we had something to say from school, how mommy listened. It was very special and very clear throughout that mommy had a special fondness for each child in their own way and had a special connection to each one of us in our own way, as we learned over the week we spent together. And mommy cared to push us towards each other in her own unique way. And we could learn from that.
When I think of Bubby, I think of warmth. Whatever it was that she was doing, she would do it with a smile, a laugh, sometimes a little sarcastic joke. But overall,
when I think of Bubby, the first thing that comes to mind
warmth.
Is simply the word Bubby. Because Bubby was the perfect Bubby. Always telling you to listen to your parents. Always love, endless love, hugs, kisses, telling stories. And that's what I think of when I think of Bubby.
When I think of Mommy, Bubby, I think of her strength and resilience through everything, her modesty, and her love and wisdom that she shared with everyone.
When I think of Bubby, I think of the time we had tacos together.
When I think about Bubby, I always think about magazines and sour sticks. Anytime we would go over to her house to wish her a good Shabbos, she would always have magazines and sour sticks for us, and so we could have a good Shabbos treat. And then she would save me the magazines that I liked, because she knew I liked them, with the cartoons in the back. And she also always had scattered magazines everywhere. Yeah, so those are the words that I think about when I think of Bubby.